I swear that I will respect the hard-won scientific gains of all those physicians who have come before me, and gladly share all such knowledge as I acquire with those who are to follow me. I swear that I will apply for the benefit of the sick all and any measures required. I swear that I will tread with care in all matters of life and death. Above all, I will not play God. If I do not violate this, my oath, may I enjoy a long life. May I be respected while I live and remembered with affection thereafter. Long may I experience the joy of healing all who seek my help.
Yeah!
Thank you. I was the first woman they had ever admitted to their hospital. They were polite, of course, but I knew they were judging me. But they wanted me to fail. In addition to which, well, that whole strange affair of Dr. Jekyll's was one of my very first serious cases. It started barely weeks after they put me in charge of my first ward. Late December, a cold night. I'd barely begun my rounds when we heard screaming.
Why didn't he stop? Why didn't he stop? He bloody hurt me. Doctor, please we see had something walking. Trouble to I think you say. What do you think those are?
Nothing broken, no other bleeding that I can see. I think she's mostly just scared.
Well, wouldn't you be? Out of bloody nowhere. Ow!
Any witnesses?
What do you mean witnesses? I told you. The doctor means can anybody cover it. What?
Was there anybody else there who might have seen who attacked you?
No.
So, nobody but you can give us the information we might need to make sure this doesn't happen to someone else.
Yes, I mean, no. Ow! There was one person, a gentleman, he saw what happened.
Oh, excuse me, miss. Certainly there was a witness.
Is this him? Is this him? What? Is this the gentleman who saw you being hurt? Why don't you ask him? Bet he don't tell you though.
Just a wash and a dress, please, matron. Try and keep her quiet, and find her something clean to put on if you can. And you are?
Mr. Richard Enfield, Miss
Doctor.
Sorry? Oh, I see. Mr. Richard Enfield, Doctor, at your service.
Good morning. Well, did you?
Did I what?
See who did this to that girl?
Ah, yes, well it was this way, Doctor. I was coming home.
At 3 o'clock in the morning?
Exactly. And I must say it's a big night. And that is a part of town where there is literally nothing to be seen but lamps. Streets as empty as a church. I tell you, I was longing for the sight of a policeman.
What were you doing in an empty part of town, Mr. Enfield, making your way home at 3 o'clock in the morning, if you don't mind me asking?
I'd rather not say.
Told ya.
What, Phil?
Ow!
I see. And can anyone vouch for this story?
Oh, good heavens!
All right there, Enfield. Utterson, Doctor. Of Utterson and Osborne. You've certainly heard the name. Currently one of the senior legal firms of Lincoln's Inn. Mr. Enfield here has been of my acquaintance for several years. I assure you can take him entirely at his word.
Ask him about the corner.
Thank you. Matron? Thank you for speaking up, Mr. Utterson. So, sir, you were longing for a policeman?
Yes, I was. And that was when I saw them!
Then? Just one moment, please. Carry on.
Right. One figure was a man. A little man. Stumbling along at a rather good pace. And the other was, this girl here running. And I might add, at that time of night, and in that part of town.
So, don't you shush me.
Thank you, Mr. Enfield.
And the two of them arrived simultaneously in front of this funny old black door.
Yes?
Actually, I just know this door. We passed it last time we were out walking together. You remember our disdained, sordid back door, distinctly neglected, no bell or knocker anywhere. You remember?
Yes, I do remember you pointing out something of that kind. Rougher dingy neighbourhood, I recall.
Indeed. Where was I?
You were about to tell us what happened to the child.
Ah, yes. So I was passing this rather sordid looking door, this back door, as I say. And the man was coming round one side of the corner, and this girl was running round hers, and the door was sort of here in the middle, and so naturally when they reached it...
Hang on, please.
I beg your pardon.
We've only got to go the wrong way round, ain't ya? I was coming round that way, so the little one or whatever must have been coming round the opposite. Do you see?
As you say. So if I may. Man, girl, there we are, yes, door slamming, running, but they go BANG! This is peculiar. And that's rather horrible part of the matter. The girl's quite right. He trampled her. Instead of stopping, he walked. And I mean to say calmly, right over the child's body, while she was screaming blue murder.
Too bloody right I was.
I mean, it wasn't like some sort of man. It was more like some sort of damned juggernaut.
Never mind anything, he was all bloody over me, just like I said, Doctor.
That's the young lady says. The thing was, when I confronted the little gentleman, collared him. If you really want to know, actually literally grabbed him, he
Yes?
was perfectly cool. Whole business. Made no resistance or anything, which, well, it seems.
All right there, Enfield?
Yes, it's just he made me feel as if I wanted to strike him. You know, it was rather odd.
And might you be able to say what this odd or little man looks like, Mr. Enfield?
What?
What sort of man was he to see? I'd like to pass on a description to the police.
Well, he had,
He had this face, see? And it was all sort of, when he looked at you, it made you feel as though you were all sort of, like he was really cold.
He was actually rather hard to describe.
Yes, I noticed that.
Me too.
Yeah, but he was definitely...
There was definitely something wrong about him.
Wrong with his appearance, I mean.
Oh, downright detestable, if you ask me.
Right, and there was this crowd, this whole crowd right round us, and...
And when he gave you that look of his,
That's right.
it was if.
Go on.
Well, it was so ugly it certainly brought me out in a sweat.
What about his eyes? He had these eyes, they...
Yes, the eyes were chilling.
Disgusting.
I'd say it's rather as if he didn't have a face.
But he must have. Everybody has a face.
Really? So I told him we'd make such a scand out of this.
Make his name stink from one end of London to the other.
I said if he had any friends, you better get ready to bloody lose them.
That's right.
Meanwhile, of course, the girl's family are going absolutely wild.
That's my mum, miss.
Absolute bloody harpies.
I mean, I had to keep one woman off him with my own bloody hands. And
No touch me was ever a sin, he said.
That's
Name
right.
your figure, he said.
Frightened, of course, you could see that.
But with this kind of sneering sort of a coolness to him.
and I tell you, it made you want to.
I mean, it really made you want to.
You know too.
So we screwed him.
We screwed the bastard!
Bloody pounds.
100!
That's true, Mr. Bloody Andrew.
Come on, we said.
Pay up, you filthy, sneering, sick-making little...
And so anyway, he turns around.
He whips out a bloody key and disappears right through that bloody door.
You see, absolutely bloody vanishes.
Do you see?
Oh, I'm sure she does.
No, that's wrong. What's wrong with you? He didn't vanish, he came right back out again. And go on, tell her what he's had in his hand already. The girl said her attendant came back. Gentlemen?
Sorry, gentlemen?
Oh, yes, he came back all right through the door.
Holding a bloody cheque from Coots Bank, would you mind?
Payable to bearer, obviously. And, oh good lord, let me see, good lord.
That bloody cheque was signed all right.
Yes, I imagine it was.
Well, we said,
Thank you very much, and that was that. We took it round to Coots.
And her mother had her bet 100 quid by breakfast time.
100.
bloody
Quid.
Doctor.
Sorry, just one more thing. What was the name on that cheque, Mr. Enfield?
One I shan't mention, if you don't mind.
Because?
Because answering that sort of a question partakes too much of judgment. You start with a question, and the next thing you know, you're judging a fella. Besides, the more it looks like queer speak, the less a gentleman asks. in my opinion.
I see. Well, thank you, Mr. Enfield, and good night. Matron.
Enfield,
Yes?
was that correct?
Was what?
That this man used a key.
My dear
You're
sir.
absolutely sure he had a key to that
Yes,
door?
the man had a key, and between you and me, Utterson, well, he got that check decided by, well, by somebody rather proper, top-end do-gooder, catch my drift. So, Blackmail House might be what lies behind that funny old black door. Months away, eh?
Quite. Did you catch the other man's name?
Sorry?
The man who trampled the child.
Called himself Edward, I think. Yes, that's it. Edward Hyde. I beg your pardon? Hyde, sir. The man told us his name was Edward Hyde.
I see. Thank you, Enfield. Quiet.
Did you get all that, miss?
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Enfield. You've been most helpful.
Thank you, Mr. Enfield.
Mr. Utterson, if you've still got a moment.
Yes?
I wouldn't wish to seem impertinent, sir, but I wonder if you might by any chance have recognized the signature on that check.
And how could I have recognized something I never saw? You forget I wasn't there.
Obviously, but I didn't ask if you'd seen it, Mr. Utterson. I asked merely if you might have recognized it if you had.
All right. I imagine the signature would have belonged to a Dr. Henry Jekyll. Henry Jekyll, MD, Fellow of the Royal Society, close friend of mine, also a client in my legal capacity as a solicitor.
You don't mean the Dr. Jekyll, sir?
Yes. Why?
I've read several of his recent papers on the roots of identity. I think they're extraordinary.
That, Doctor, I am not qualified to judge.
Why on earth would you think the signature might be Henry Jekyll's, Mr. Utterson?
Because the name given to Enfield by this wretched girl's assailant.
I don't follow.
No, evidently you don't, Doctor, however I will attempt to explain. In my safe, I keep a copy of the aforementioned Henry Jekyll's will, which he specifically asked me to alter.
How?
By inserting the final clause which will ensure in the case of his disappearance or decease, his entire estate will pass into the hands of his friend, Mr. Edward Hyde, paragraph 13.
What does that mean when it's done? The doctor's just reading to find out. I can see what she's doing, but I want to know what it... You'll do. Oh, right.
I imagine that for a lawyer, this word disappearance is rather an eyesore.
The whole clause of defence to sanity.
Then I don't understand.
What specifically?
Why, when Mr. Enfield recounted his story, sir, you forgot to mention that you already knew Hyde's name.
My mum said what she don't understand is how anyone can unlock a tatty old door and come straight back out with 100 nicker.
Then tell your mother it's because that door is the back door to Harry. Dr. Jekyll. His house.
Hold the other one. Will you be quiet?
So, we are on Queer Street. I see.
Do you miss? Look, Harry practices. I mean, he conducts experiments sometimes, an old dissecting fit at the rear of his premises.
To which he has given this friend of his a key.
Yes!
A friend who you and I know to be capable of real foul.
I told him it was madness.
This isn't madness, Mr. Utterson. He's given him a key. He signs in checks. I'm afraid that your client is exposing himself to...
To what?
To the slow cancer of disgrace.
Disgrace.
Here. And you are not the only one of this suspicion. Lanyon, Doctor. Professor Hasty Lanyon, Royal College of the Surgeons at Hyde.
Professor.
And a sometime friend of his, Dan Harry Jekyll's. All three of us went to the same school together. Wouldn't you know? Ah, Utterson! But once the man began to publish, well, he'd clearly begun to go wrong. And some of the most recent experiments, or these experiments of his most unscientific, in my opinion. So, I began to dine with the man. For oath's sake, as they say. But, approve of him? No. He always had this, slight cast about the face. That's all.
Have you ever heard Harry mention this Hyde fellow Hasty?
Who?
Hyde, a younger man, seems to be sort of a protege of his.
No, never heard of him. Not since my time. Carry on, Doctor. Carry on.
Thank you. Rest assured I did. Carry on, that is, but the trail went cold. No connection between Dr. Jekyll and the man who'd assaulted the girl could be proved. The girl's injuries healed, and I was rather busy with learning my new profession.
You did, dear old doctor.
Thank you. And then, as I remember, this was 4 or even 5 whole weeks later. Utterson unexpectedly turned up at the hospital.
Doctor?
Mr. Utterson, can I help?
perhaps.
Would
Yes,
you like to
thank
sit
you.
down, Mr. Utterson? A glass of water?
He don't look very well, does he?
No.
Thank you. I haven't been sleeping too well. Customarily, I'm of Cain's heresy.
Beg your pardon?
Let your brother go to the devil after his own way. All of that malarkey. But after Enfield's story, Doctor, I found I kept on seeing this girl at night. Girls, actually, being trodden on by that creature of Henry's.
And have you done anything about these dreams of yours, Mr. Utterson?
Such as...
Confronting Dr. Jekyll about his choice of friend.
No, but I do remember something I learned when I started What Else Does One Do with a Miss You've Got Examiners. No man is without a face, and if this young man of Henry's be Mr. Hyde, then I thought I ought to be Mr. Seek. I've been haunting that shabby back door of Jekyll's for 2 whole weeks. Nothing.
Gets Pakistan out on the street corner on our date, in January.
I found that to be the case, certainly.
Oh, did ya? And?
And finally, I'd been at my post some time. The streets were as clean as the ballroom floor. London went very silent all of a sudden. Mr. Hyde,
That's my name. What do you want?
I'm an old friend of Henry Jekyll's. Radisson. So you're dropping his visit Henry. Perhaps you might admit to me as well.
Oh, you won't find the doctor and he's away.
Where?
Bravo. How did you know me, by the way?
If the doctor's out, will you perhaps do me a favour anyway?
Oh, with pleasure, sir. What shall it be?
Let me see your face. Now, I shall know you again, should that ever be required.
As you say, as a matter of fact, Utterson, why don't you just have my address? It's 14 Mead Street, Soho, just in case you ever need to contact me in a hurry over, I don't know, anything legal.
What? What do you mean in a hurry?
Steady on, Utterson, steady on. How did you know me, by the way?
By description,
Who's?
we have common friends.
Oh, do we? What?
Dr. Henry Jekyll, for one.
He never mentioned me. Ah, Mr. Utterson, I did not think you would have lied.
Come, sir, that is not fitting language.
I see you in Soho, sir.
See that girl? What was she really thinking?
Yes, what were you thinking, Mr. Utterson?
I was thinking, miss, that snipes near a little thing for a friend. Good God, Harry.
Well, I'll tell you, I wouldn't leave him nothing in my will.
Exactly. So,
We're waiting, Mr. Utterson.
You certainly are, mister. Mm-hmm.
yes, right. I walked around to the front of the house, which, as you can see, was on a different kind of street altogether. No stains or shabbiness in that part of town. And knocked. Hello, Harry. It's
sir.
Good evening, Paul. Is Dr. Jekyll at home?
I'm just going to see Mr. Utterson. I believe he's out back in the laboratory. Shall you wait here by the library first, sir? Shall I give you a light for the doctor's time?
Here will be fine, thank you.
Very good, sir.
Normally I like that room. Firelit, polished, but not tonight. Encountering that squalid little creature in the flesh could have really messed up my entire night. I mean, it was certainly some creature to see. I suppose the doctor's gone out. Oh.
And don't tell me, Mr. Utterson, you went home?
Yes.
And you thought, if it is disgrace, well, if this Hyde creature is blackmailing my highly valued client in some way, well, we were all wild when we were young. We all have the odd sin behind us. Why, I imagine even you yourself, Mr. Utterson, back in the day.
What?
But surely this Hyde person. Hyde must have secrets compared to which Harry's would be like sunshine. I mean, Hyde sounds hardly a gentleman.
Oh, Lord! What if...
Exactly, Mr. Utterson. What if Hyde knows about the clause in Harry's will?
Yes, but, why would that matter?
Because he might grow impatient to inherit. Because he has a key to Harry's house. Can you imagine, sir, that thing in the doctor's house? If only you could get your client to talk to you, surely explain.
He did. He did explain.
All right. When?
Only in a manner of speaking, you understand.
I'll try.
It was a fortnight later. I've been invited to dine, and Harry's always kept a rather good cellar. So
I see your point, my dear Assistant, honestly I do. But I'm not at all sure that there are any of us capable of being defined by appearance.
But surely, Harry, a man's face
It is facade. Science alone can illuminate a man's true nature.
Science, son. Is this what you call these recent experiments?
Oh, come, Professor Lanyon. Surely even you must agree that one has a duty to shine the light of inquiry on this particular question.
Within professional limits, sir.
What question, Harry?
That of the war between two differing elements of a single nature. Oh,
Yeah.
Carry on, Harry.
I believe,
Do you, sir?
I believe that others will come after us, that they will outstrip our current state of knowledge, and that one day we will come to understand that not only do two basic and conflicting natures contend in the same field of human consciousness, but man will ultimately be known to contain multitudes,
Oh, good Lord.
and that every mind, every body, will one day be known as a polity of multifarious, incongruous, and quite possibly independent citizens.
Oh, come on now, Jekyll.
Professor Lanyon, I would remind you that steam and electricity were once sneered at as modern impossibilities.
Bravo, Jekyll.
Well said, Henry.
About this will of yours. My dear man, you seem as distressed by that new clause as our arch pedant Lanyon is by my current experiment.
You know I never agreed with its wording.
Yes, you said.
And now I say it again. The fact is, I've been learning something from this young Mr. Hyde of yours.
I thought we agreed to drop that subject.
And what I've heard is abominable, Harry. Abominable.
But you don't understand my position. This is not an affair that can be mended by talking.
Harry, whatever it is, I have no doubt I can get you out of it.
Assistant, that's so good of you. It isn't what you fancy, honestly it's not. Put your good mind at rest. I tell you that the moment I choose, I can be rid of Mr. Hyde entirely. And I'll just add one more word to that, which I'm sure you'll take in good part, which is that this is a private matter. And as an old and trusted friend, I do beg of you to let it sleep.
Funny you should mention sleep, Harry.
I know you've seen him.
What?
He told me. And also that he was rather rude. But rudeness notwithstanding, I do take a very great interest in this young man. And his future. And if I am ever taken away unexpectedly, I put it to you as my lawyer, that you will help Mr. Hyde reach his full legal and financial rights. I should so hate him to be without money, you see. Well?
Very well then. As your lawyer, I promise.
You dear man. Now let us drop the matter entirely.
Mr. Utterson, again, I hope you don't mind me asking, but how much approximately was Dr. Jekyll worth?
Approximately £250,000 sterling.
And just to be clear, you were already wondering, were you not, what this word disappearance might one day refer to?
Yes, but I
But
was...
nothing. Did you not in fact suspect that Jekyll's relationship with Hyde was most definitely...
Thank you, miss.
I beg your pardon?
Doctor?
Thank you. Well, what?
Well, look at him.
Come now, look at him.
A judge of good wine.
A judge of good character.
Intelligent
Affectionate.
and
Handsome.
Exactly!
Everybody said so.
And upright.
Exactly!
Everybody said so.
Look at him. Do you see?
Very experienced.
very senior.
Published.
Admired. Indeed.
F.R.S.
So, Doctor, shall we leave it at that?
Shall we?
Excuse me, gentlemen.
Yes.
So nobody said anything at all?
That's correct.
And Dr. Jekyll himself? What, did he just disappear?
Jekyll?
Go abroad, perhaps, for the summer?
Jekyll? Oh, no, no, no.
Punched. See you around town.
Looking a little tired sometimes.
Yes, I noticed that.
But nothing too undignified.
You
Until about a year later, that is.
Yes?
Well, practically a year.
October, wasn't it?
Absolutely. October 14, I was in the club.
Well, we were all in the club.
Good grief! Sir Danvers Carew!
What? Surely not.
I say.
Murder of Sir Danvers Carew, MP!
Madman suspected.
Singular ferocity of the crime.
High social standing of the victim.
Shocking injuries.
So, this second attack is nearly a year after the assault on the girl, but you think it...
If you say so, Doctor.
Tell you what,
Why don't you ask them Mrs. Poole for the details?
It's possible that a housekeeper reads all about the papers, I suppose.
Well, yes, Doctor, it was. Nearly a whole year later. God bless us.
Doesn't time fly?
Anyway, there was this housemaid apparently. She'd gone to bed about 11 o'clock, as you do. It had been cloudy, you see. But then there was a moon, you see.
And she was looking out the window, as you do.
And suddenly, coming down the lane, there was this rather small sort of young gentleman, appeared, let's say. And he was approached, if you get my meaning in this, by this other man.
Who was an older gentleman, you see, miss. White hair and all very distinguished looking.
And anyway, they got talking about what miss. The police never specified, if you know what I mean. And the next thing, the little one goes all quiet all of a sudden, goes on very impatient and offended looking. And he has this cane, see, a sort of gentleman's fancy walking cane.
And well, he sort of clubs him. Gets him right down on the ground, would you believe?
Hits him so hard he actually breaks the cane. And then would you believe it? He tramples him. That's right, Doctor. Jumps up and down at him like he was some sort of dreadful little alien. So she faints, the housemaid. She comes round.
The police gets called. They find the body all sort of mangled it was. Blood everywhere.
Of course they ask, do you recognise him? Do you mean the old one, she says. And they say yes. And she says, sorry, no idea. Well, not with his face in that condition, officer.
And then they say, well, what about the other one? What about this 8th person so-called? Did you recognise his face?
Oh yes, she says.
All of us girls around here know him.
I never liked him myself. He gives me the creeps. But that Mr. Hyde. And apparently on the body there was this sealed and stamped envelope covered in blood. The old man was on his way to post it, they said. I see. Thank you, Paul.
The bones of both chest and thorax appear to have been shattered. There's extensive internal bleeding, also extensive injury to the face. This might harbor an enjoyment.
Mr. Allison, any idea why this unfortunate gentleman might be carrying a letter addressed to you personally?
Because the gentleman in question happens to be Sir Danvers Carew.
You don't mean the MP, sir?
He was a client of mine.
Well then, in which case, this is serious. Now, this was also found on the scene. It's not clean and half, as you can see. We're doing our best to identify it. Don't suppose you recognise it in any way?
No, but then again, I can't imagine why you think I should.
Inspector,
Doctor?
yes. Did the housemaids give you a description of the assailant?
Well, not his face, miss, but particularly small, wicked looking. Ape-like, I believe.
I see. Then I think perhaps Mr. Utterson might have something to tell you.
Doctor, you don't understand.
No, I don't, but I fully intend to. You do recognize it, don't you? The cane.
Yes. I once made a present of exactly that cane to my good friend, Dr. Henry Jekyll.
What?
Exactly. Inspector, the creature you're looking for is called Hyde.
Hyde, sir?
Mr. Edward Hyde.
Yes, and he lives in Soho, doesn't he?
Yes, 14 Mid Street.
Well, lead the way, sir. this seems to be the place, sir. Shabby or what?
Not quite where you'd expect to find a man who's heir to £250,000 sterling.
Yeah. No. Now, this lady here is Mr. Hard's landlady.
Yes, Inspector. Mr. Ride's landlady. Good evening. But, looks like Mr. Ride's not at home.
Damn. But sorry, Inspector.
What about last night, ma'am?
Well, last night, couldn't rightly say.
This is most important.
Perhaps if you search his room.
I'm not sure Mr. Ride liked that, but it is in trouble.
Just open the room, would you know?
Do come in, Inspector. So, what's he done it? Nobody likes him, you know. Yeah, people troubles them. Bastard.
Inspector, look at this. Someone's been burning a checkbook. Who's bank?
FBC.
And what's this?
Oh, Lord. Is that?
Unfortunately, it seems like the housemaid was right.
Inspector?
White bricks mixed in with, well, as you can see. Now, don't worry, Miss Utterson. With this cane, I reckon we've got him in our sights. We'll get some handbills out on a description and we'll get the papers working up on a drawing.
Extra, extra, read all about it.
Hang on!
Face of a belligerent.
Sam got no face. Well, not one you could do description from. You see, it was always...
Yes.
I don't know, alright.
Really?
She's right. Nobody ever could describe his face, not even I, and I was really...
Why don't you ask that Miss Poole? She knows him from the ass.
Yes, right. Okay. Paul?
Yes, sir.
Good evening, Paul. Is Dr. Gentleman this time?
Sir?
The doctor woman. Now.
Well, you know what the doctor's like, sir. He doesn't really like to be disturbed around this time. He's working.
Okay. Shall wait how long it takes.
Shouldn't be long soon. Dr. Jekyll, sir.
Thank you,
Please leave us.
Mrs. Poole, if I might. That'll be all.
Certainly, sir.
Here's the news from my dining room.
So you know.
Oh, yes.
Police have found the murder weapon, Harry. You have not been mad enough. I mean, you wouldn't. Have you not been mad enough to hide this monster in your house?
Utterson, I swear to God, that I will never set eyes on Mr. Hyde again. I'm quite done with him, you see. Naturally, he doesn't want my help anymore. Of course, you don't know him as I do, but believe me, he's safe, quite safe. I promise you'll never hear of Mr. Hyde again.
You seem pretty sure of him. If this murder ever comes to trial...
In fact, I just recently received this letter from him. I'm not sure I shouldn't show it to the police, but I thought I might leave that decision in your hands, Utterson. You're such a wise judge of things, and of course I trust you.
You fear, I suppose, that a letter might lead to his detection?
I was thinking more of my own character. Of all our characters, really. Which this nasty business could rather expose.
May I read it?
You see, he thanks me for my past assistance financially. He tells me that I need labour under no alarm. For he found himself a sure means of escape, an absolutely sure means. And look how he signs off. Your unworthy servants, etc. Unworthy. You see, he admits that now. Edward Hyde.
Was there an envelope?
I burnt it, I'm afraid. But there was no postmark. The letter came by hand.
I see. I'll keep this locked in here, if I may.
Oh, yes. You decide what happens next. Really, I've lost faith in myself entirely.
He made you put that clause into your will, didn't he?
Oh, yes.
Hyde meant to murder you, Harry. You've had a lucky escape.
I've had a lesson. Such a lesson.
I'll see myself out.
Such a lesson!
such a lesson, Doctor.
Mrs. Poole, Desmond. That letter. What did the messenger who brought it to the house look like?
Nothing's come today by hand, miss. Only posters, circulars.
I see. Well, thank you.
Excuse me, sorry for barging in, miss.
Sorry, but you are?
Mr. Guest, miss. So, I think I might be able to lend a hand. You see, I work as one of Mr. Utterson's clerks, and I have this hobby, you see. Well, it's graphology.
I beg your pardon?
How you do your handwriting.
I see.
Ah, yes, good to see you. So you think you might be able to help?
Oh, I think I might be able to lend a hand. Now, can I just say, sir, that's just really sad business about your friend the MP. I mean, whoever did that, well, it don't bear thinking about. Thank you. Now if I may see the letter, sir. I thank you. Now let me see. Ah, a murder's autograph. Not something you see every day, boys and girls. Ah, here we go. So as you can see, it's an odd hand, but I shouldn't say myself now.
No.
And might you have a specimen of the doctor's hand concealed anywhere about your person?
You mean Dr. Jekyll's?
I certainly do, sir.
Well,
I say. And might that letter be anything private, young lady?
Oh no, it's merely an invitation to dinner next week.
Well, blow me down.
Glad to do so, sir.
Now let's see. A lot of what we call graphologists call these identicalities. Check out his E's, boys and girls. Check out his R's. As you can see, both hands are slightly sloped. One goes to the left, and the other to the right, or so to speak. But otherwise, the two of them might really be twins.
ah! Yes, I do see guest, but I don't really speak of this to anyone. Do you understand?
Oh, completely, sir.
Thank you, guest.
Thank you, sir.
So, I take it after that conversation, you went straight back to the inspector.
Well,
In God's name, why not? You now have clear evidence that your client, a senior and well-respected doctor, I might add, had forged an alibi for a murderer. Did you not feel any guilt about maintaining that alibi?
well, not unduly.
I don't believe people like you.
Then pay attention to the story. Look, there are plenty of rumours coming out about Hyde's past. His reputation is violent, but of his recent whereabouts got a whisper. And it was that he never exists. I mean, didn't you read the papers?
Suspect leaves no trace.
No, I didn't.
Police abandoned hunt.
And I can't read. I can't read.
Well, if you had, and if you could, you might have read this. Dr. Jekyll, the noted medical philanthropist, was seen yesterday back at the Royal Society.
What's that got to bloody do with anything?
Oh, Dr. Jekyll's seen at all the best houses.
You see, at a charity concert for the Pacific Missionary Fund.
At church!
What do they mean church? All right, dear.
They mean time passed, and Harry Jekyll was back, and he was quite himself again, and the influence of Mr. Hyde was over, case closed.
Case closed.
No, you mean you don't care? Well, you may be right, Miss Carson. You gentlemen usually are. But what about the other stories?
Madam,
What Mrs. Poole would have read in her police comment at the time, sir. For instance, Dr. Jekyll's charity concert intended to take place this afternoon has unfortunately been cancelled. Oh, goodness
I didn't know.
And what did you do about that? About this not knowing of yours?
I sought advice from another gentleman.
Don't tell me, another old school friend.
Yes, Lanyon. He'd known Harry as long as I had. When he got there, well, I tried to explain what I can,
No.
but...
No, I will not hear that man's name in my house.
My dear Lanyon.
Sir, I'm not surprised.
For goodness sake, Lanyon, what's happened between you two?
I have heard what I've heard, sir. Seen what I have seen. Now listen, Utterson. I am a doctor, and I think I know my own case. Now, when I'm gone, and when that accursed creature is gone to read this, only when the both of us are gone. Is that clear? Good night.
What on earth had Jekyll done to him? I mean, he looks as if he's dying. Surely, he must have told someone what was happening.
Utterson, forgive my not seeing you. I have brought on myself a danger that I cannot name. But believe me, dear friend, if I am the chief of sinners, I am the chief of sufferers also. You can do but one thing now, and that is to respect my silence. Do you understand me? Respect it. Yours sincerely, Henry Jekyll.
And that's all there was. Silence. But... funny thing, curiosity. Should one mortify?
Or should one satisfy?
Has Mr. Utterson?
What is it?
It's from Mrs. Poole. It's the doctor. Your master would not at all be pleased to see his servants behaving in this manner. Now, what is it that you're both so afraid of?
The footsteps, sir.
Footsteps?
Upstairs.
They ain't the masters.
Oh, come now.
When did you last see your employer, Mrs. Poole?
That was 8 days ago.
Let her speak.
Last week it was this. And since then, always seen in the papers.
What kind of papers?
Slipped out under the door they are. Asking us to go check in every flipping chemist in London, sir.
And always looking for the same damn thing.
They're all St. Helens.
He's looking for chemicals. Some sort of basic salt compound, I think. And look at the writing.
Jekyll.
I tell you, sir, the noises it's making.
Thank you. Now, I'm sure this can all be explained made natural.
But I saw his face.
When? Mrs. Poole?
Yesterday, I took his tray up and the door was left open. And I tell you that it's not the doctor. I mean, why would have a mask on his face? He's been killed. Somebody's been caught and killed the doctor.
Calm down! If he's writing notes, he's still alive. Right. This door safely locked.
Yes, master always bolts from the inside.
What about the back door?
Good point. You should go around the back, grab a till up there. Don't let them escape that way.
Sir.
Right. Okay. Jekyll, if you're up there, we demand to see you. Harry, it's Utterson. Look, whoever you are up there, I demand to see the doctor. I give you fair warning.
God, for God's sake, give me peace.
That's not his voice. That's not his voice.
No, it's not. It's Hyde's.
One has a duty to shine the light of inquiry on this particular... What do you want? The moment I choose, I can be real.
Steady on.
I'm not at all sure that any of us capable of being...
Oh, sir, I did not think you would have lied.
Two basic and conflicting
One
natures.
find Dr. Jekyll in his own
I
way.
doesn't want my help anymore.
See you in Soho, sir.
Doctors, they don't like to be disturbed. Do they miss? Oh, listen, you're here as well.